Stuff. There you go, sir. There's your stuff. Yep. All right.
Let's go, boys.
Live.
Yes, sir.
Let me fix the camera angle.
Dude, Disc Golf Guys is actually my favorite YouTube channel besides the All American Valley Boys. Shout out to them. They're working really hard on disc golf videos. Disc Golf Guys, that's their channel. Happy that they're tuning in. It means a lot. Honestly, shout out to them. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about though, so don't want to waste anybody's time here. I'm excited to get going. A lot of news has happened within the last few hours, actually.
Yes. Hours, minutes, whatever you want to call it.
Even with there being no baseball games, it's been great. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah. All right. Let us know in chat if we should get started. Let us know if you guys want to get started right now.
Like the stream as you come in. Yeah, that's just about it.
We ready to get it banged? We ready to get going?
Ready to get it going for sure.
All right. Our first topic of the day is DeAndre Hopkins. This happened at around 2 o'clock. Would you say?
Something like that.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins signed a 2-year, $26 million deal with the Tennessee Titans, and the contract can actually get up to $32 million with incentives.
Mm-hmm.
So let's break it down here. He signed with a team that is, quite frankly, not very good. They don't know who their quarterback is really. They lost Taylor Lewan, their offensive lineman. They just really don't have an identity right now. Their identity the last few years is Derrick Henry.
Yep.
But
he would run the ball, Derrick Henry.
But he's getting older. He's a dying position. I mean, there's not a lot you can do. So I think they're trying to build a new identity with DeAndre Hopkins.
And Treylon Burks.
Yep.
Trading away A.J. Brown.
Yes, I think
that's kind of a stupid.
That's what really opened the door for this trade.
Yes.
Was A.J. Brown going to Philadelphia. That really opened it up. But I think we should assess the Titans QB room to really – let's think here. Who's going to be throwing the ball? I'll give my opinion on this. Who do we think should really be throwing the ball to DeAndre Hopkins? I think Malik Willis. Reports have been saying that he's been killing it in training camp so far. He's been absolutely outplaying.
It's not really that hard to outperform Brian Tannehill, but
and Will Levis.
Will Levis is a rookie. He's got to get in the game.
I don't think he's very good. He played good. When he played good competition in the SEC against good competition like Alabama, Georgia. He didn't get a touch. He didn't throw a touchdown.
He folded.
So
he needs a lot. He's got a long way to go. I think he's a season or two away from even contending for a starting spot. But right now, I think Malik Willis is your guy.
Yeah, I think he'll be your guy. They got to get Tannehill out of there. He's just going to sit there to be a third string. He's not going to like that. He's not very good.
Tannehill's just old. He's just out of his prime. He can't really scramble. And when he does, it's not really effective. His passing is one of the worst in his division. And the division's only getting better. So Titans got to make the right move with D-Hop and Derrick Henry now.
Yep. So I could kind of see why I signed there because he's going to get a lot of touches. Fantasy owners, look out for him. Look out for him.
The quarterback room is what scares me about drafting D-Hop. But D-Hop is still D-Hop. So he's open almost every play.
His time with Houston Texans, he had a bunch of quarterbacks randomly until they got Deshaun Watson. He still put up best receiver in the league type numbers.
Yes, and Kyler Murray. Playing Call of Duty and everything.
Yeah.
They even signed him. They even put in Colt McCoy at one point, and he was still cooking with them.
So it just shows that he actually elevates QB's play. So So I think
great wide
he'll be fine. So that's a great sign for the Titans to get. He's relatively cheap. He's not getting paid best receiver in the league kind of money.
That's true. Only $13 million. I was surprised.
$13 million a year. But you got guys like Christian Kirk getting $40 million a year.
No, that's.
Or no, 20.
Christian Kirk. Oh, yeah, you're talking about in general. Okay.
Yeah, and I think DeAndre Hopkins is a way better receiver than Christian Kirk.
Devontae Adams is making more easily. And he's on Devontae Adams' level.
Yeah,
so.
A lot of dudes are getting paid way more than DeAndre Hopkins. So it's a good sign for how cheap he was, and he'll turn up. Next topic of the day is the MLB Home Run Derby. A lot of news happened. So I think we'll start it off with the first round. Julio Rodriguez broke the record for the most home runs hit. He hit 41 home runs.
That's crazy.
In 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
That's ridiculous. How fast are they pitching the ball? Or it's just tosses?
It's just tosses, probably 50, 60 miles an hour.
that's pretty good. 41 home runs in 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's why his record.
I mean, you got to be boom.
he
boom,
killed the
boom,
record
boom.
by far. I mean, it was
By how long?
definitely.
How many? Like
I
10.
believe it was like 37. So he
was
beat
the record.
was the
So
previous
he
one.
broke it by
broke
40.
four.
So nice, comfortable record there.
So I mean, he was a monster. He was killing them. It's crazy. It was like every single hit was a home run. It was,
Jeez,
and he obliterated the 2-time champion Pete Alonso.
that's.
And I mean, it was great to see. And then
I believe that was an upset, right?
yeah, it was an
Bit of
upset.
Yeah,
Really big upset. Not even
Yeah.
a big. It was a huge one.
it's a huge one.
And then I want to talk about Adley Rushman, this second-year player. Really,
Mhm.
his first full season.
Mhm.
Because last year he got called up to the big leagues.
Yeah, he's
Really
such a
young
short
kid,
age.
great catcher. He had his dad throwing his pitches to him because you can choose who throws to you.
Oh.
I think that's a good move. That was a great move by him.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, bring his dad into it, get his dad a little
That's
bit
the
of
special moment there.
definitely. I mean,
Definitely.
if I was personally hitting in the home run derby, I'd have my dad throw to me.
Yeah.
So
that's a
That's just
special moment.
that's
for the
just
family.
a memory for
Yes,
your
for
lifetime.
Your lifetime. Yep.
And
I would
yeah, I
agree
mean,
with that.
it was great seeing them hug after. Very heartwarming scene.
Yep.
And sadly, he lost in the first round by 1. But he don't get it wrong though.
But that's still a good time.
Oh, he was hitting great home runs. He was up there. It's not like he just
losing by 1-2 is.
yeah.
It's
He
not
hit
the worst.
27 home runs. The other dude hit 28.
Oh,
If you lose because of that, it's not that bad.
it's not that bad, no.
But then Vlad Guerrero in the finals against Randy Arozarena, he was ahead by 3 going into the last 30 seconds, which it should be easy to hit 3 home runs in 30 seconds for Randy Arozarena. He hit 2 immediately and then went cold.
Gee.
And he lost, and Vlad Guerrero got $1 million for winning.
$1 million for winning.
Yep.
That's
And he's
crazy.
Followed in his dad's footsteps. His dad is a former home run derby champion, Vlad Guerrero Sr. So I mean, yeah, and his dad tweeted about it. Very proud of you, son. So
Yep, you did say that the two front runners were
Pete
Guerrero
Alonso
and Pete Alonso.
yeah, so
So he definitely right on that one. I mean, one first round exit, but
yeah, but
the other one was
it's not like he got a bad first round exit. The dude broke the record on it.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
so
that's understandable.
yeah.
But yeah, home run derby was very successful and was actually more successful than the All-Star game because nobody cares about it. But the only thing surprising about the All-Star game was the National League won the game for the first time in 10 years.
That was I didn't even know that.
That's the only reason the
To be
All-Star
honest.
game broke headlines.
Yeah,
Only reason.
that's true.
Nobody cares about the All-Star game. The coaches don't care about it. The managers don't care about it. The players don't care about it. Nobody cares about it. People care about the home run derby.
I don't know why they even do it then. You might as well just
The guy
try something.
the players who don't make it like it because they get time off.
No, that makes
Yes.
you might as well just have like a break then. Just have like a baseball break. I don't know. Like just
Yeah.
You might it just seems like there's no point to it if it doesn't mean anything to anybody. I mean, literally anybody. So
Yeah, I mean, I still don't know why they really have it, but
that's
besides my point. I mean,
it's probably just for like additional revenue because
Oh,
it is
definitely.
the All-Star game.
Mhm.
Baseball fans are going to watch the All-Star
Yep.
game like we watch the NBA All-Star game because like
what
why
else is
not
there to
and stuff?
watch?
'Cause, yeah, it's just
I mean-
like it's kind of like a dead time of year too.
Yeah.
So it's
And again, the other players who don't play in it, they use it as their
They're
time
like this-
to rest.
yeah, and they're also the stars, like they're the top guys in the league.
Mhm.
So it's kind of cool to just see them all play against each other.
Moving on to our next subject, we got Damian Lillard. The situation
Damian
is sort of heating up, but sort of not. So I've seen a lot of reports from reliable sources. Some have been saying that that the trade is progressing really well and they could get it done really soon.
The Heat.
And yeah, between the Heat and the Trailblazers. But other
my
reports have been
God.
saying that it's not even close, and the Trailblazers are not rushing this at all.
They did say that they were going to take months, according to the GM.
Yep.
Which,
But
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
But nobody really knows. I think the only person who has any insight would be Woj, but he can't speak about it
It's true
because teams won't.
because teams. I mean, the only person that would have insight is like the actual GM
Mhm.
and the GM of the Heat communicating. Like
I don't even think Dame
I think
Lillard
those
knows.
two. I don't know Dame. Usually players don't know unless they're like informed constantly.
Yeah.
But that's usually the agent's job is to get informed constantly.
Yeah. So honestly, my prediction is I don't know. I'm just as
I think it's going to get done.
I'm just. I mean, I think it's going to get done too. I just don't know the timeline.
You have no idea what's
nobody
going to
knows.
happen.
Nobody.
I mean, it
nobody
could
has a
happen.
clue.
It could happen during the stream for all we know.
Nobody knows.
So it's Yeah,
But I mean,
definitely.
yeah. And then our next topic is James Harden.
Mhm,
You know,
Harden.
he's been getting rumored and stuff.
Mhm.
People, he wants to go back and play with the Clippers. He wants to play with the Clippers, I believe.
Yes.
So,
I did hear about that.
but it's doesn't seem like Philadelphia is really hopping onto it right now. And the same thing, nobody really knows what's going to happen.
I mean, the Sixers don't have to rush it anymore because he picked up his player option.
Yep. And the only really big headline with that so far is that Patrick Beverly, who just signed with the 76ers,
Mhm.
says that he really wants to play with Harden. He really wants him to come back. So I think
But that's Pat Bev. Pat Bev is just
Pep's a cool dude.
he's a cool dude.
He's a cool
He's a
dude.
cool dude.
He's a cool dude.
He's one of the players that keeps the league alive.
Oh,
sure.
most definitely.
For sure.
Mhm.
Just his character is just hilarious.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Mhm. Yes.
He's definitely an underdog story.
He's underrated, to be honest.
Very underrated. His defense is super good.
I mean, we don't really got to talk about his offense, but his defense is pretty good.
And he's always getting, made fun of for his they're making the playoffs for the Timberwolves.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm not going to bag on that because he shows heart that he actually cares.
Yes.
For one, this Minnesota, the city.
Bro literally got on the table and started like whipping his jersey around.
Dude, honestly, that shows heart that he really does care about the sport and that he's competitive in what he does. And he wants the city of Minnesota to do good. He cares for the fans. And, bag on him all you want, but that's the first time they made the playoffs in a while.
Yeah, and he's been in a lot of teams too. So the fact that he cared about that city for 1 year is pretty good.
Yeah, he got done dirty and then just traded him away
Yeah,
just like that. It was so sad. But, I guess it's just business. So at the end of the day,
business is
things
business.
happen. He knew that
He didn't provide enough for the business, so
Bulls took him. So, yeah.
Now he's on the Sixers.
Yeah.
Guy literally just bounces around the league like it's nothing.
Yeah, because he's been on the Bulls, Clippers, Timberwolves, Rockets, back to the Bulls.
Yep.
Now to Philadelphia. So he's probably gonna bounce around even more.
Yeah. Lakers even.
He's been on the Lakers. He has been on the Lakers.
Yes, he's been on
lots of teams.
Lots of teams. A lot of teams.
Our next subject is the NBA Summer League.
Oh.
And how they are resting players.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, Victor and Brandon Miller have all been have been shut down.
Yep. Scoot was shut down after his injury.
Yep.
Amen was shut down. Asar just got shut down, I believe.
Yep. And Amen got shut down after his injury. So all the top 5 guys are
done.
The only person I'd like to see perform better is Sasser for the Pistons.
Marcus Sasser.
He shot 0 for 7 from 3 in his last game. 0 for 13 from the field.
Oh boy.
So he's showing rough stints of bad shooting.
If anything, he's degressing. He's supposed to progress.
Will Philly still be a force in the East if Harden leaves? I think they will, because if you have Embiid, they're gonna be good.
I just think Tyrese Maxey has to take that step. If he takes that step that we expect him to, then yes, they'll still contend. They'll have that 1-2 punch. Tobias Harris is still there, and he's kind of like under the radar guy. And I guess Pat Bev for the defense. Is PJ Tucker still there?
I
I
believe so. He is too.
Yeah, so those are 2 guys that just are hustle players.
Yeah.
Just get the job done.
So I think the 76ers definitely are building.
I don't think
to be a contender.
I don't think that I don't think that they'll get to the same spot though. I think they'll maybe be like a spot or 2 back.
Yeah, but
because Harden's scoring is one of a kind.
Yep.
So,
but I mean, I think they'll still be a good team. They just won't be as great without.
It just won't be as
But that's to be
sure.
expected.
Especially when you lose a guy like Harden.
Yeah, our next topic is Asar Thompson. I think I should take this one.
Yep.
I think I should take this one.
Jack has a formal apology.
Yes, I'd like to make this apology right now. I spoke way too soon on Asar Thompson.
Yes.
I'm sorry for what I said. I really do, deep down. I always wanted what's best for you, but I just didn't think you were going to pan out. And honestly, welcome to Detroit.
That's
You've already changed my opinion. 18 points and 14 rebounds on 6 for 12 shooting is crazy.
I mean, he does everything that you would ask of a Detroit player.
And he plays defense.
He's
a gritty player.
I told you this on draft day. You didn't listen to me.
Yes, I did.
I said he plays defense, so don't worry about him. He's fit Detroit perfectly. He'll fit in that 3 spot, and we'll be off and rolling. We'll have 3 guys: Jaden Ivey, Cade, and Asar.
Yep.
Build off those three, and
Honestly, a very young team. Is we got probably Cade at the 1, Ivy at the 2, Thompson at the 3.
Yep.
Duran at the 4 is probably where they're playing, but I think
Yep.
he should play the center.
yes,
But
that's your
whatever.
opinion.
And they'll probably play Wiseman at the center starting. So that's a decent
It's a
5.
very young team.
Very young. I don't think
The
anybody
oldest is Wiseman,
and he's like 22.
23.
Because
Something
Duran's
like
going to be 20. Ivy's going to
Actually,
be
Cade might be the oldest,
He's-
or
does
tied with it,
no, he's 22. He's going to be 22.
because all of them were one and done besides Ivy.
Yeah, Cade was 19 when he got drafted.
Yep.
Duran was 19 when he got drafted.
Wiseman
was 19.
Yep.
But he's been
Actually, Duran was 18.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's
Duran's
younger.
19 this year.
So-
oh God,
Yeah.
we have a really young team. Like
So-
really, really young. I think
So the age is going to be like 22, 22. Tar Thompson's 20,
20
20.
because you flamed him about
Duran's-
being 20 in the league.
Duran's 19.
Yep.
And Wiseman's 23.
Yeah,
So the average for that's like 21.
Yep.
It's a very, very young lineup.
That's gambling age, drinking age. That's
Honestly,
the average. That's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
So I mean, it's a bright future though.
That is a bright
If you can
future.
keep all those players and build for the future, Pistons will be an absolute.
I mean, they still have beef stew up there.
Dude. Ooh. You can't read that. We can't read that.
What?
We can't read that. We can't read that.
What?
We're gonna have to move on. From
Yeah, we're
that.
gonna.
Our next topic is the
What?
Our next topic is the WNBA 3-point contest. Owen, would you like to take this over?
Yeah, so Sabrina Ionescu. If you don't know the name, she played at Iowa. She was crazy. She broke the assist record, broke the points record. She was crazy in college.
Mhm.
She goes to the 3-point contest this year. And the first round was she scored like 27 or something, kind of like the average round of a 3-point contest. And then the final round, she missed 2 total shots, totaling up to be 37 points.
Yep.
That is ridiculous.
Absolute lights out shooting. That is
Absolute
crazy.
lights out. And I believe in the All-Star game as well, she hit like 3 4-point shots. I don't know if you know in the celebrity game
Yeah,
have
no,
like
they have
4-point shot.
Yeah.
They have that in the WNBA game because they're
Mhm.
trying it out. And honestly, that would be a great addition to the WNBA game.
Yeah.
I do have to say, like, we talked about doing something different than the NBA. So
Yeah, they got to
for
change it
marketing
up to make,
schemes.
yeah, marketing.
So I was thinking, I mean, there's actually a lot of sharp shooters, believe it or not, in the WNBA.
Yeah.
Like because the ball is smaller,
Smaller, lighter,
So it's
easier
like-
to shoot. Yeah.
so it's a lot easier to shoot from deep. So
Mhm.
4-point line, I think that's the perfect thing to add.
Yes.
It's the most perfect idea.
I think if they shrink the rim down to 9 or 9.5, that would also make it even more entertaining to watch. So I think
and adding the 4-point line, I mean that would change the entire game, but it would make it its own unique
basketball would
thing.
be played differently.
Yes,
to
and
be quite
it
frank.
would be its own unique thing though. It'd be sick.
Yeah, and I think what she did really put the WNBA more on the map because you had guys like Stephen A. Smith, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, all these really big names
Mm-hmm.
and really influential people talking about her hitting 37, like only missing 2 shots in the 3-point contest. So
This isn't their first time in the headlines, but
it's
this
probably
is
the
definitely-
biggest.
But this is definitely
Other than Brittany Griner getting detained in Russia, that was probably the biggest headline. Probably the biggest headline.
Brittany Griner is still bigger, but like still, because it
saying.
was literally the country.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Besides that, that's probably the
Like Joe Biden even knew. Like
Yes.
that's crazy. Like that's crazy, man.
but just coming from a pure basketball standpoint, that is the biggest headline. I will debate that
Mhm.
forever. I've never seen so much WNBA on Twitter. I looked on Twitter and I was like, "Ooh, 37 points, only missing 2 shots. That's crazy."
Mm-hmm.
So
There's a lot of
can-
shots. I
can we-
think
can we
there's
clap
30.
it up? Can we clap it up for her?
Definitely. Because there's 27 total shots. She
Yep.
made 25
20
for
27.
27.
It's a lot of shooting in 1 minute.
And she the deep balls, the Mountain Dew balls.
Yeah.
She made both of those too.
Mhm.
So it's not like she missed those two and then just hit all the racks. Like she hit deep threes
No.
too. Like it was
That's-
impressive. Very impressive.
It's crazy. Honestly, yeah. Shout out to her.
Yep,
She's definitely made the WNBA.
Now you know the name?
Now you know the name.
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 Our next topic is college football, thing that America loves.
Yes.
It's officially 50 days until college football.
50 days.
I know I'm excited.
I'm
excited?
excited too. And we have tons planned. So stay tuned for that
Yes,
in 50 days.
I'm
It's
super excited.
we'll probably start talking about it like a week before, like who's going to be hype, who we think was going to win the national championship early, stuff like that.
Can I say something right now?
What's up?
So Deion Sanders, you know how he's the coach, the new coach for Colorado, right?
Yes.
I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way towards him, but they play TCU the first week
Oh boy,
of the season. So
they do.
a defending national title
And,
qualifier,
I mean, I don't know how good TCU is
lost
going to be because they
Duggan
lost Duggan,
and
they lost
receiver.
Quentin Johnston,
but
they
nonetheless,
and they lost their
Their
star
running-
corner
yeah,
and their running back. Oh, God.
nonetheless, they're still a great team.
TCU's isn't the
So-
Big 12. Makes sense.
I feel bad for what's going to happen to Deion Sanders if he wins.
Well, who knows?
No,
I mean,
here's the thing:
they have Travis Hunter.
if he wins, they'll love him.
Yep.
If he loses, the internet will bash him. There's no in between. I feel so bad for him because there's losers in this world who will hate him just for losing one game.
That's true, especially with all the hype he's getting.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know, like Colorado.
It's just because he's
Colorado's needed a turnaround. You know, losing Mel Tucker didn't do anything crazy there, but once he left, I think they went 1-12 on the
Yeah, they
season.
won one game.
1-11 or something. It was bad.
Yeah,
It's very bad.
I feel bad because Deion Sanders is a great coach.
Yes,
And
he deserves.
I don't know why
props.
everybody hates him because I think the reason people don't like him and are rooting against him is because he's a confident guy in what he's doing for football in Colorado and these recruits.
Yep.
People don't like him for it because it's different, and he's not and he's confident to share his opinion on.
It's kind of
how
like
his
the
team is.
LeBron James of the NBA. You know, like he goes to one team and all of a sudden, you know, players move with him. It's just how
I think it's a
that's
little-
how people go.
I think it's a little different. It's
But
not.
like-
It's not because of him leaving the HBCU and going to Colorado. I think it's just because he's Deion Sanders, huge name, played in the NFL for a long time, and he always is very confident. Everything gets recorded on what he does, and people
Mhm.
don't like that. And you know, I feel like that's unfair. They should not take his. They should, you know, win or loss. They shouldn't just bash on him for.
That's true.
They should give him a fair opinion, and I think it's unfair for what's.
I think he'll be a great coach, though.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, he'll be a great coach.
I mean, any coach could turn around that franchise, but I think he could actually get them to a bowl game.
Yes.
Like that should be their goal, though, for the first season is bowl
Mhm.
game.
Yep.
Because I don't see them anywhere near the playoffs for years and years to come.
But yeah, shout out to Deion Sanders. He's doing big things, and I have mad respect for him.
Definitely.
Yep. And our next topic, this happened a few hours ago. Suns trade Cameron Payne for Bol Bol.
Mhm.
So I'll go into the details of the trades. I did more research on it.
It wasn't necessarily him for Bobo, but Jack
There's
will
more.
explain.
There's
Jack
more
will
to it. There's
explain.
more to it. So the Suns didn't have enough cap space to sign Bol Bol straight up, and they
Here's very
needed
interesting.
a spot for him. So they had to train Cameron Payne with a decently sized contract, not too big, but
Yeah.
a decently sized one. And they traded Cameron Payne, a second-round pick, and some cash for Bol Bol. I think this is a great pick for the
I believe
Spurs.
they got a second-round pick out of it too.
No, I said second-round pick, cash, and Cameron Payne.
No, like the Spurs gave the Suns
I think they
a
just
second-round
swapped.
pick as well, or was it pick swap?
Mhm.
It was something. They got like a second-round pick, but
I think that's actually a great trade for Sacramento.
or you know Spurs.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's a
my bad. For the Spurs, because they get cash, which who doesn't like cash,
Yeah,
and
extra spending.
you
Space.
get a good role player in Cameron Payne, who's probably going to start. He's probably going to be the one of the two, and I think you'll help Victor and elevate Victor to the plane.
because he's more of a pass-first guy.
And he's not a superstar with a big ego.
Yep.
So he's not going to just try to ball hog just because he thinks he's better than Victor or something like that.
That's true, and also the
Don't-
Suns. I heard that they might try to reach out to John Wall. John Wall, just because he'll take a low contract as he's at that point of his career, and also they do not want. People are saying that they probably won't. The best idea is to not have any of those three big guys handling the ball because
Okay.
that would be very, very bad.
So far, the starting lineup's looking like this: Devin Booker or Bradley Beal at the 1 and 2,
That could-
Durant
they
at the
could
3.
interchange, Yep.
Bull at the 4, and Aiden at the
Dude,
5. That
that's
is a
ridiculous.
huge lineup with no true ball handler or
Eric
any
Gordon,
passer.
actually, Eric Gordon,
You think he's
probably over Bol.
Eric Gordon?
Yes.
Eric Gordon.
Because they need that type of guy to like shoot and stuff. Because Bobo, actually, put Bobo in there
Eric
for
Gordon's
defense.
like 6'5".
Put Bobo in there for defense.
You can't put Eric
actually.
Gordon at the 3. He'd get absolutely torched.
No, I can like Eric Gordon would be like a 2, and then Devin Booker would play a 3.
So then what's going to happen to the
KD would play the 4. But then I thought about it a little bit.
But then
and
that just changes
Gordon-
the scheme that they're going for.
And Eric Gordon Eric Gordon's not a very good defender compared to Bobo.
So I just don't see who's going to actually handle the ball and pass.
It's weird. It's
'Cause-
weird.
You look at the lineup. You got
What if they had John Wall? Now what do you think the starting
That's-
lineup is?
that's a lot. That's not good. See, they don't know what they're doing, and you can tell.
Mhm.
They're in shambles because they have no role
got,
players.
They got 3 stars, and now they're like, oh crap, we have to build a bench. Where's our bench?
They have no bench.
They have no bench.
If Eric Gordon's your 6th man, that's not a good thing. Because he is.
And Bobo could become the 7th man, which
You just don't know what they're doing right now.
there's no clue.
Just think about it. Devin Booker.
I mean, honestly, this gives an out for Aiden.
Yeah, this could be a good
Aiden
outcome.
could leave.
But hear me out.
But still,
You got Beal, scorer first, does not pass the ball from his time in Washington. Devin Booker, scorer, does not pass the ball. Durant, scorer, does not pass the ball.
Mhm.
Ayton, he's just more defensive and rebounding.
Mhm.
Bol, nobody really knows what he can do because he's,
Well, in Orlando, he had stints of going coast to coast
yes, but
because he is 7'3",
he's a tall dude.
so he should be able to grab the rebound and with a little bit of handles to just go coast to coast with ease.
Yeah, I would want, but see if he does that against a talented big man, that's not going to work.
Well, also with the lineup that they have, if he does that too much, I mean, there could be a request trade. I mean, there could be a lot.
Hear me out.
of
That's going to be a bad locker room talk with all with no passing,
things. Dude.
and there's going to be no defense played.
Yes. Well, that's why I think they brought in Bobo was so that the paint was at least protected.
Well, Aiden plays defense, but
But Aiden has been on the downhill since
Chris Paul left.
Well, since Chris Paul left and he tried to leave, and the Suns were like, "No, you're coming. You turn around. You're coming right back."
He
here."
should have gone to Indiana because
He couldn't because he was a restricted free agent. And when somebody gives you a contract and they match it, you have to go right back. It's kind of an awkward situation to go back to.
especially when you know that they don't really want you, and you don't want them, but they don't.
And then you give up pretty much his best friend. Now it's like, wow,
and
do I really?
you
Even
can
want
tell he
to-
doesn't want to play.
No.
You can tell he doesn't want to play for that
And
team.
he still has 3 years with them.
So yeah, that's definitely an
So that's definitely
interesting situation.
yes.
No, we're gonna bring up a Detroit superstar of all time. This is a little bit biased, but
Mhm.
we just want to say happy birthday, Barry Sanders. He turned 55 today.
Happy birthday.
Best running
Barry
back of all
Sanders.
time. Best running back of all time.
Definitely.
Better than Emmitt Smith. I'll argue about that.
Even at Oklahoma State, God.
He really only played 1 year. He was more special teams for his first 3 years because he was behind. Was it Thurman Thomas? I think it was Thurman Thomas,
I
the
don't
running
really,
back.
I don't really remember that. But
I've looked into that. But nonetheless, shout out to Barry Sanders,
yes,
Lion legend.
Oklahoma State legend. I mean,
Won the
dude is
Heisman with
ridiculous.
ease. Won the Heisman with ease.
Yes,
with
was ridiculous.
with a horrible team.
Yes,
So I
they were
remember
really bad. They were really bad.
The-
I don't think they had.
they were average. They were barely made a bowl game. Barely made a bowl game. So yeah, shout out to him.
Yep.
Gotta give a big shout out. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely deserves it.
another
We should probably get a jersey with him. That would be nice.
that'd be cool, but
That'd be cool.
I don't own one. So yeah,
Unfortunately, I do not own either. So
next topic. I know how we're transitioning from Barry Sanders to a very negative topic now. Killian Hayes.
You did say that is one of, what is it, 3 names to bring up that would trigger you? So why don't you start with this topic here?
Yes.
Killian Hayes, his future in Detroit.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Still don't know why we drafted him.
I mean,
He's
what are
horrible.
the other 2 names I'm supposed to say? Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, they got the same name.
Just makes me upset. But Killian Hayes, he's a certified bum.
The thing is, if Tyrese Maxey makes the All-Star game this year,
It'll hurt me.
it's gonna hurt a lot.
It's gonna
Because
hurt
guess
a lot.
what? He would have been the starter from day one in Detroit because you remember we had Derrick Rose and Blake Griffin.
Yes, we had a very bum, broken down team.
So, yeah,
I think his future with Detroit is over. They're not going to resign him for nothing.
I wouldn't.
If they do, I'd be upset because what has he proven in the last 3 years of him being here? He's a defensive liability. He turns the ball over, can't shoot, turns the ball over a lot, but he tries to do fancy stuff and it just doesn't work. He plays like he's a superstar, and he just simply isn't.
Or he tries to.
He's a role player at best.
No, he's a third string at best.
So
In
I
my
mean,
opinion.
bench
If,
player.
you, if he went to any other team, you're immediately going to the third string because you're
Yeah.
4 years into the league. You haven't done anything besides average, 10 points a game?
Yeah.
It's really bad. For 7th pick
and
and that class that
he's
he was in?
he's consistently played 20 plus minutes, and you're dropping 10 points with 5 turnovers. That's not good. You can't just randomly do that.
I mean, like, I know we were bad last year, but, like,
He didn't
seeing
exactly help
seeing
it.
him as our starting point guard was, aside Jay Ivey, I mean, Jay Ivey absolutely just outshined him by far.
If Jaden Ivey was on a better team, he would have had a better chance to get Rookie of the Year.
Mhm.
But he's on a horrible team that has no identity, and they suck
Yes.
by far.
I mean, I don't even remember Killian Hayes doing anything in summer league before he got to the NBA.
Oh,
He's done nothing in his career.
You
Literally
can't-
nothing.
if you can't do anything successful in summer league,
He might as well just be Zion.
and then you
Sit out.
suck in the NBA.
Yes.
See, at least Zion showed flashes of being really
Yes.
great. He just hasn't been able to play. Killian's been able to play. He just sucks.
Yes.
He might be the worst. He should never touch a basketball again and go work at his local Chuck E. Cheese. He's terrible. He is horrible. There's nothing to like about what he brings to the table. He's simply not a good player. He's simply not a good player.
I mean, we might as well take a chance at Marcus Sasser, who went 0 for 13,
And over
Like
7
Jack.
from 3.
like Jack expressed earlier in the stream. But
I think there's hope for him.
like I'm saying, we might as well take a shot at him, right? If we took a shot at
Killian, yeah.
Killian Hayes.
We passed up on some great players. All for Killian Hayes.
Marcus Sasser,
And the only reason Killian Hayes got a lot of hype is because he was on his own overtime show. He had his own show.
and he was from
France.
France too. So he was, and the year, I think like a year before was when the France players kind of became relevant.
Mhm.
And of course, Killian just happened to be one of the first to get there.
It's
So that
completely
was
messed. It's completely messed.
Completely screwed up Detroit. I mean, the next pick was Obi Toppin. I wouldn't have been better with Obi Toppin at this point.
Good forward. Like he's not good, but he's better than Killian
Better than
Hayes.
Killian
Better than
Hayes.
Honestly, you're better than Killian Hayes.
I
Suit you up for the
wanted the
Detroit Pistons?
Pistons. I wanted the Pistons to
Dude, you suit up as a Detroit Piston, you will be better than Killian Hayes.
honestly put me on the wing. Ivy drives, kick out, boom.
Honestly, yes.
I could do that. It's easy.
You'd be playing your role.
I could even do what Killian doesn't. My little between the legs, try to like shimmy somebody up, hit a nice mid-range jumper,
Yeah.
airball it. I could do that.
He's a certified bum.
He's a certified bum.
He's terrible.
BUM definition of it.
Yep.
Right there.
Um,
Jeez.
enough Killian Hayes, but I'm gonna get too upset.
Yeah.
My
I'm about
next
to
to-
cry actually.
My next
It's
topic
so
is
bad.
overtime elite. So, yes, I think that they are dependent on the Thompson twins.
And their success.
Yes, if the Thompson twins don't pan out in the NBA, that league will tarnish and nobody's going to want to go to it
Mm-hmm.
because the NBA won't take a chance at it.
I mean, you might as well just wait to go to G League Ignite
Honestly,
because they've proven
yeah, they've proven
a
that they're
lot.
good. They've proven that they're good. And overtime elite hasn't been proven yet, but they're just getting started, granted. And
Mhm.
their two best chances of being proven and being more well known and attracting more players is a Sar Thompson and a Men Thompson.
And honestly, I don't see a man doing anything. Not gonna lie, because he doesn't play defense. His offensive game isn't super ridiculous enough to make up for his defense. But Asar could be crazy good.
Well, his defense is already way better than his offense, which is crazy.
And I did see somebody compared him like a Ben Simmons, but he could shoot.
I wouldn't say that. He's better. He's a better prospect than Ben Simmons. The reason Ben Simmons was the first overall pick, let's be honest here.
No, him at LSU is crazy.
Hear me
Like-
out.
like,
Hear,
We're basically comparing him to LSU.
hear me
Ben
out.
Simmons.
Hear me out. Ben Simmons is the only reason he got attention is because he's a 6'10" dude who can dribble. He shoots with no confidence. He plays decent defense, but I mean,
But like the flashes that he showed, like young in his career. I mean, now Ben Simmons is just an afterthought. But
The thing I think that separates Asar Thompson from a lot of these rookies is
yes.
the game doesn't look fast for him. You see all these rookies, and the game looks too fast for him. To
Mhm.
start off, they need time to develop.
I mean, even Victor, like his nerves really
Yes.
got to him in that first.
Asar
game.
Thompson didn't look shocked
He
at
didn't-
all.
he didn't look too bad,
He
yeah.
wasn't phased. The
Kinda
game looked
just-
slow to him, and he played like he always plays.
He played his role.
And he didn't try to do too much, and
No.
everybody elevated the play of everybody else. And the Pistons core 4 that were playing in the summer league, they flat out played good.
Mm-hmm.
The worst player was Wiseman. He hasn't even played horrible. He's played
Yeah.
solid. He's done his job. And
Wiseman for us really won't have to do anything besides defend the bigs in this league, like Joel Embiid and
yes,
Jokic. Once we get to that level, but we are way far away from that. I think.
I really hope Wiseman pans
Over
out because he is a great talent and great size.
Dude, like him in Memphis, if he could just show flashes of that, like
Yes. Well,
like
he
here
didn't.
and there.
He
in the
didn't play in
season.
Memphis.
He did. He played 3
He was-
games.
yeah,
and
but
was
then he got
ridiculous.
ineligible.
Yes,
So
but he was ridiculous in
he-
Memphis.
Kind of really didn't play. Like he played 3 games, but he didn't
That's
get
true.
a full college season, which is sad.
Yes,
But
but the 3, I mean, just of his size and what his ceiling could be,
I mean, his ceiling is crazy.
is just ridiculous.
Yep.
So if he could become at least 75% of that ceiling,
Let's hope Monty Williams can help develop him.
yes, and also Monty is that type of guy. He will make people winners.
Just people forget how young Wiseman is.
Mhm.
He may be going into his 4th year in the league.
Yeah.
But he came into the league as a 19-year-old.
Yes,
So, I mean,
that's why. I mean, that's also why Duran is a plus pick.
yes,
Like he was a good trade up for because he's young.
very young. Team is
And he's a talent.
super young. In 2 years, they could be a very great team.
Yes,
Because if they keep Cade on the team, Ivy on the team,
I think free agency. If free agency goes really well next year,
Mhm.
I think if the offseason goes well next year,
Yep.
because this year, I think they'll just be a couple spots better. But if they do everything right next offseason,
Yeah.
they could be elite.
think about it. You
Next
got a
year.
rotational player in Joe Harris.
Yes,
Shoots the light out. That's his
Yes.
role. He knows his role.
Yep.
He's done the role for Brooklyn. He's fine with it.
Mhm.
And if you can keep the young core together, because you have a lot of cap space, because everybody's on rookie contracts.
I mean the only one that really got it was Isaiah Stewart,
Mhm.
and we're gonna have to pay Cade,
Next offseason, but
which is that's
we're
gonna
gonna
be
pay
hefty
him.
load.
We're gonna pay him.
We're gonna pay him. We
We're
better
gonna
pay him. I swear to God, if we don't pay him,
Oh, we will. We're not
We
giving up on him after 4
We
years.
will.
And I think he loves Detroit. He'll
Mhm.
come back. So,
he's too passionate about it. There's
Yeah.
no way.
and he came to Detroit wanting to help out the team.
Mhm.
So I think
He actually said we're gonna make the playoffs. Believe it
hey,
or not.
I love the confidence.
Yeah, love the confidence.
The thing
but
I love
if
is
you looked at the roster, it wasn't really.
The thing is that they're all really young and they can all relate to each other. All high picks, and yeah, if the young guys can really push themselves like, they can elevate their game and push themselves.
And they all play defense. It's not like
Mhm.
none of them just don't play defense. Like if we drafted him,
Dern's better at defense than he is offense.
It's
Let's be
true.
completely honest with ourselves.
Yes,
And Ivy's not scared to play defense. Cade's a two-way player.
Wiseman's got the size for it.
Mhm.
I mean, Cade,
He's a two-way player. He's a
Cade,
two-way player.
Ivy. I mean, they both have the passion of Detroit to they will play defense
Yep.
when they need to. So it's
And don't forget, Stewart can play
and
defense.
Stewart. I mean, Stewart off the bench is already a great piece to
Mhm.
have.
So you'd have
'Cause he can do everything.
Stewart as the 6th man, and then Joe Harris as the 7th man, hitting threes.
Yes.
Because I feel like that might be one thing that we're missing is like true shooting. Like-
Or you might put Joe Harrison over maybe Ivy or Sar
I don't see it now. That's
just because of his experience and the way he would space the floor compared to because Ivy's a driver.
Nope.
Cade is that passer.
Nope.
Joe Harris is that shooter. That's all the pieces you need on offense.
that's not.
Yes.
No, it's not what they're gonna do.
That's not what they're gonna do, but what
Yeah.
I think I would do is
And
put,
if they don't like what they see early in the season, they could do that. But
I think that's
First
that's
game's-
why we made the move for Joe Harris, but I could be wrong.
I think
I'm
there's-
probably wrong.
I think they're getting him for rotational dude who can come off the bench and hit 2 threes to get you some momentum and get back into a game.
Well, that's what he did. That's what he did in Brooklyn.
And that's what he can do in Detroit. Shoot, do his role.
That's
And,
true.
Yeah, I think that. And yeah, moving on to baseball. Well, going back to baseball.
Yeah.
Miguel Cabrera, he's in his last season, and after this All-Star break, he's now in the second half of his last season. And it's definitely going to be
crazy.
sad to see because he had a 10-year contract that he signed a long time, 10 years ago,
Yep.
and got a lot of money.
Yep.
And he, for most of that, he's been a great player. Won a Triple Crown.
Yep.
He's
Had a lot of memories.
over 3,000 hits.
Yep.
A very rare exclusive club.
He's just.
Career batting average over 300, which is
I'd probably
crazy.
say Detroit's best by far.
No.
No.
Ty Cobb.
No.
Ty Cobb. See, career long Tigers player, or Al Kaline. Al Kaline. My bad. Al Kaline. He's probably the best player we've ever actually had. Either of those three players, you can go either or, but I think it's gonna be Al Kaline. His defense, he could throw guys out from right field to home plate on a line.
Really?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
And he
Actually,
can hit-
hold on.
Hit for average, and he could hit for power.
That's actually ridiculous.
So he was the true 5-tool player. Cabrera, his defense is serviceable when he was playing. And
Then how about this best hitter?
best hitter,
I
don't know.
You.
it's tough between Kaline, Cobb,
But like
Cabrera.
getting a triple crown is just ridiculous.
Yes. So you
Alone.
could say it's Cabrera, but think about this.
That's like Cooper Cup getting that triple crown in football. Like that
Yes.
was ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think you got to go Kaline and Ty Cobb,
Top two.
close top 3, close seconds in being
Cabrera.
the best hitter. So, I mean,
So
like my grandpa has said stories about how Kaline, you go to the game and he'd throw a dude out from the right field fence all the way to home on a line
that's ridiculous. That's actually
without hopping it, just perfect on
just-
line throw.
That's,
He was a true 5-tool
that's,
player.
that's an arm right
Hey,
there.
R.I.P. Al Kaline and Ty
Really?
Cobb. Yeah, they're both
Jeez.
dead.
I mean, that's 300 feet you have to throw.
More. It's like
350 probably, I'd say.
330, 340. Anywhere between that range. Still, nonetheless,
That's like
throwing a dude out from the outfield on a line is crazy.
straight, like just dead straight.
That's straight. But moving it back an extra 100 feet is even more insane.
Yes.
And he could throw it there, no bounce,
Mhm.
right on the line, right on the money. And he could hit for power and average.
Mhm.
So he was a career over 300 hitter, almost had 3,000 hits.
Then
But
yeah, that just sounds like the best player.
he's a 5-tool player.
Yes.
Because 5 tools: defense, throwing, hitting, running, fielding, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And-
definitely.
Cabrera, he's not a great fielder. They had to move him.
Offensively, he's ridiculous.
That's why
but
he's-
defensively.
That's why
He
that's why he
lacks.
had a career.
Yeah, that's why he had a long career.
And I mean, if there's no way to really explain this, but he was a third baseman for his career early on, but he was kind of a liability at third base, and he was getting older and slower, so they had to move him to first base, kind of a position where you hide somebody.
Yep.
And yeah, and then at times they would put him at DH because they just didn't want his fielding. So I mean, I think that says that right there. They would have put Kalen out there in right field, could catch everything. He could throw people out. That's your ideal fielder.
Mhm.
And I think he did that well. So I'm gonna have to go Al Kaline as the best Tiger of all time.
I would. Yep.
But don't get me wrong, Cabrera was great.
He was really good.
Actually, Cabrera, his only ring. Guess where he got it from? His original team when he was 19, drafted
Really?
the Miami Marlins.
Wow.
And I mean, great players.
That's
Kaline would have got 3,000 hits, but he retired early because he said that he felt bad because there was always somebody else that he felt like he was taking somebody else's job because he was getting old and there was younger people coming in. And shout out to him.
that's respectful.
Yeah, no, very very good way to
That's
leave.
like a handshake of respect, like that you're leaving.
Yep.
Because you're
Then-
letting younger guys.
And you can tell he still loved Detroit because he went on to announce games for Detroit.
I can't
What
see that.
sport do you think is better, golf or disc golf? I'm gonna have to go with golf because let's just be honest here. Golf,
Golf is so fun, bro. Like
Even
it,
if-
like
even
it
if
doesn't
you're
matter
bad,
how
golf is
bad.
fun.
It doesn't even matter how bad you are.
golf is fun.
Like if you watched the golf video,
I was
like
horrible.
it was fun.
I was
It was
horrible.
horrible. He was horrible, but like
I still had a lot of fun.
you were fun, right? It was fun.
Oh, it was definitely
It was
fun.
Yeah.
Getting to drive around in carts and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
You don't have to move that much to play, so you can play
Mhm.
at like 80 years old if you really wanted to.
Mhm. golf is a lifetime. I mean, disc golf, I feel like would take like technique, to
Mhm.
frisbee, have all this like cool stuff happen. I mean, disc golf would be pretty fun too.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Disc golf, very fun
You have
sport.
to walk. You have to walk though.
Yes, there's no golf carts.
Okay, then yeah, I'm golfing.
Yeah,
I'm
so
golfing. 'Cause you could be way more lazy in golf.
I'd say golf for sure. Moving on to our last subject before we have a special thing that we're trying today.
Yep.
Tigers, they lost today, but they won the past 2 games against the Seattle Mariners, so they won the 3
Wait,
game
they
series.
officially lost.
And
What was it 2-0?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. No offense. God,
The
we were just talking about Cabrera being so good at offense.
Well, he doesn't hit.
Or is he out of the rotation now? They took him out.
He kind of plays, kind of doesn't.
Okay, so
Like, I
maybe
mean, it's
not.
weird to
But like
explain.
still,
But going on to the Tigers winning the series against Seattle, going 2-1 in the series.
okay, then that's not.
They had
You got to make profit if you're the
Mhm.
Tigers at this point.
So in the first game, they knocked this all-star pitcher out of the game by the 5th inning, which is good. And they
That's
tacked
pretty-
on
that's
four
really
four
good.
runs on him, 5 runs,
It's pretty good.
and they proceeded to win the game in a shutout. Easy. Ultimate frisbee or golf. See, me personally, I had a lot more fun with ultimate frisbee, but I think in the future
I've never
though,
played ultimate
by
frisbee.
the time you get older though, it's gonna be golf because you can't run around and catch frisbees. It's like football but with a frisbee.
Oh, where like you catch the frisbee and then you have to stop.
Yep,
And
and
then
you
you
have
gotta
to, yep.
you gotta throw like dots.
That
I've
is
seen
it's
those.
such a fun. But I think in the long run it's gonna be golf. But while you still could play
Go-
it,
I feel like golf would beat any sport in the long run.
oh for sure.
Like,
because
no
you
matter
can
like,
play
no
it
matter
forever.
what sport. Yeah,
You can play it forever.
And I mean, as you get older,
Yeah.
like that's all you have to do, and then
Mhm.
it's like you just go out and you can like drink and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can do whatever. It's like whatever you want. It's outdoors too.
Yeah.
It's
Ultimate frisbee is like
perfect,
the game to play as a kid in like maybe early 20s.
dude. Like especially at school,
What-
like with the big football field,
Yeah.
we could like throw it around and
But,
stuff
but,
like
hey,
that.
but when those joints and knees start giving out, you start playing golf. That's
Low key with basketball, those might already be taking me out. So
yeah.
I don't know.
But back to the
I should probably play
Tigers.
ultimate frisbee before it's too late.
Oh, I've played it many times. It's
I
fun.
haven't.
It's fun.
I don't think I've ever played.
Yeah, but so then the Tigers won a game in the shutout, first game. Yesterday they won the game 6-0 against the Seattle Mariners.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah,
It's really good.
they also did beat another All-Star starting pitcher,
Jeez.
Kirby.
They have
Was it
two.
Kirby's Luis Castillo pitched the first game and got destroyed. Kirby pitched the second game, got destroyed. The player on the Tigers, Carpenter, he hit 2 home runs. He had a 3-run home run and a solo shot.
Jeez.
So he single-handedly scored 4 runs for the team.
runs.
And
It's pretty good.
yeah, Michael Lorenzen threw a no-hitter going up until the 4th inning, and then he threw. I think there was 4 hits given up the entire game. He gave up 3. So he pitched a great game, and he's an all-star. So you got to love what you see out of that.
Mhm.
And I think the Tigers are going to be a good team in the future. Give
In
it
the
like
future.
give it 2-3 years,
In the future,
And
I think
Detroit will
we're-
be back.
we're over the halfway point
and Detroit will be on the
in
map.
the season. Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Think about it. Lions will be good in 3 years, hopefully. Pistons will be good with the
Dude,
young
if,
core.
if the Lions aren't good this year, we're gonna have a problem.
Yes, and then
We're gonna have to flame them on stream.
yes,
Not gonna lie.
yes. So I think, and the Red Wings could possibly be good, but I don't thought
I've heard the Red Wings
they just had a good trade.
should be really good.
They just had a good trade happen.
should be good
They,
next
they
year.
just fleeced the trade.
Yes,
So
I heard about that.
yeah,
I think they said it could arguably be one of the best profitable trades in a while. for the Lions.
probably in a while, but I wouldn't say a
And
long
for
time.
Detroit sports, I think
It's tough
they
to
said
come
since like 2014 or something.
Yeah.
It was somebody.
And
Somebody made a clean
Detroit
shot.
winning a trade is like any
One of
team in
them,
Detroit is like
yeah.
it's a miracle when it happens. It's like a once a generation kind of thing.
Because we thought trading away Stafford was best for us, and then he ends up winning a Super Bowl.
Well, okay, hear me out. I'm okay with that because I wanted him to go, not because I didn't like him. I felt so bad that he got killed in Detroit for 9 years, I think it was.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? Leave, get a ring. And I'm happy for him.
Honestly, I mean, it's like, we lost that trade theoretically because he literally left and then won a Super Bowl.
Honestly, but hear me out, though. Hear me out. You got Goff.
That's
He's
true.
serviceable.
And we have a bright future now.
Yeah.
But like, Now,
got-
the goal with golf is to win a Super Bowl. Then you can maybe even out the trade.
and
Say that's better.
yeah, we got a first round pick from the Rams.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Who was it?
Gibbs.
Oh, it was this year.
It was Gibbs.
No, it was Campbell. Gibbs was no, actually, yeah, it was.
It was Gibbs and then Campbell.
Because 18 was our pick.
We got Gibbs.
That's crazy. I totally forgot the Lions did good this year.
I think the value of that pick really benefited us because who cares if they go out and win a ring? That's not
But,
our
like,
worry.
I mean, if you want to like theoretically even out the trade,
I think it's
as
honestly
a
good.
whole.
It was good for both teams.
Yeah, it was
It
good
benefited
for both.
both
It was
teams.
good for both. Yeah, because now the Lions have a future,
The Lions had,
and the Rams won a Super
let's be
Bowl.
completely honest, 2021/2022,
Yes,
the Lions had no chance of winning the
They-
Super Bowl.
no.
They won 3 games.
because I think that was the year before Amon-Ra, so we had no receiving core.
That's Amon-Ra's rookie year.
No,
His
did he
rookie
play with
year.
Stafford?
No, he didn't. He played with Goff. The first year for Goff was the first year for Amon-Ra St. Brown.
So we literally drafted Amon-Ra, which we didn't know he was going to be good,
Yeah.
because he was a 4th-round pick and all that. Who was our 1st-round pick that year? That was the
For-
year before Hutch. God,
Oh, I'm trying to remember here.
is it Akuda?
No.
it wasn't.
Kuda was the year before that.
Akuda was the year
Oh,
before
this is
that.
actually going to bother me a lot here. Who was it?
Penei Sewell.
Yeah, the lineman. I was like,
Penei
yeah, we
Sewell.
drafted a lineman because I remember.
But still, I think that was the only thing we had going was line.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, ever since getting golf, I think everything has turned around, which makes no sense because Stafford's better than golf.
Honestly, hear me. I think it's benefited both teams because the Lions had no chance of winning that year, and the Rams were going for it and only going for it then.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's benefited both teams. I don't know. You can't really say who won the trade until Gibbs has played, and then we got
That's
a third.
that's what I'm saying is
And
that
we drafted we drafted somebody with that 3rd-round pick.
the 3rd-round pick. Oh, Hendon Hooker.
I think it was Hendon Hooker who we got with that 3rd-round pick.
We traded a lot. Like we moved around a lot.
Well, we
Well,
got
didn't in the
Goff.
2nd round.
We got Goff.
Do we have 2 picks in the 2nd round?
Yeah, we got Goff, a 1st-round pick, a 2nd-round pick, and a 3rd-round pick.
A 2nd-round pick too.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
So we had a good. I think we've definitely done good. in
Yeah,
that trade.
definitely done good. I mean, it's even, I'd say right now, because Stafford won a Super Bowl that's like the best thing you could do. But yeah, that's
I think Lions have a bright future.
yes, definitely.
Just think about this. This year, we're gonna have Goff at quarterback. He's serviceable. He does the job. Doesn't turn the ball over, and he throws for yards.
The back resistance is
Okay, so we
good
have
enough.
Montgomery and Gibbs,
That's a great 1-2
and their
punch.
rumor on the street is they're lining up Gibbs in the slot at times because he can catch good.
That makes sense because Alabama film, Georgia Tech film.
And then we got St. Brown,
Joseph.
and
Who's just the wide
Williams.
receiver 1 easily.
Williams, when he comes back, will be
That's
good.
the hope.
That's the hope. And then we have Reynolds still, him and Jared Goff. I don't know if you've noticed this.
And Marvin Jones Jr. Don't forget about him. We re-signed him.
Veteran, yes.
Yes.
And then I
He
think
does his
Reynolds and Goff are because they have the great connection leading back to Los Angeles and then now to Detroit.
Yep.
Because in the year that they went 3-12 or 3-13 or 3-14, they literally it was all just Goff and Reynolds and Goff and St. Brown.
And even when they won, even when they went to the Super Bowl with the Patriots, and Goff went with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. I mean, in that Super
Reynolds has
Bowl,
been a big part.
Reynolds was still that third wide out that kind of just went out and was open every single time because the other two were covered.
I just think that him and Goff had great connection for each other.
I forgot about Brandon Cooks was on that team. Rams team.
Yeah. But I think that's great. And then the offensive line is good. You got Penei Sewell just hold it up. And you still got Ragnow, right?
Yeah,
He still holds it
still have
down.
everybody.
And then our tight end Bowers, he does the job. Brock Bowers.
No,
No.
Brock Bowers he's still in Georgia.
No,
We
no,
got
no. I'm thinking
Laporta,
of
Brock Wright.
Brock Wright. That's what I'm thinking of. He does the job. He's
Yes.
serviceable. So I'm okay with that.
Sam Laporta, he needs to show me something.
Yep.
Like Star Thompson was your kind of hey, you need to show me something.
I like his
need
film.
I need Laporta.
I think he's good.
I need Laporta to
Then
show me something.
Moving on to defense, we got Hutchinson and Houston on the line.
Yep.
Both rookies last year, so they're going into the second year. You imagine that they'd be better.
Yes, that's crazy.
Then you
They're
got
both crazy. too.
The cornerback from Denver. I'm forgetting his name right now.
From Denver.
From Denver, yeah. We had a cornerback from Denver and New York.
No, we got a quarterback from
Steelers.
San
That's what-
Francisco and
Steelers.
Steelers.
Yes, that's who it was. I'm forgetting their names though.
One was Mosley and the other one was Cameron Sutton.
Yes.
Sutton,
guys-
Sutton was from Steelers.
Mhm.
San Francisco was Emmanuel Mosley. Does that sound
something
right?
like that. I don't know, but nonetheless, they're experienced players who had good years last
And
year.
also C.J. Gardner Johnson in the sixth, but you were going to go there.
That was the
But you're
Jets.
going to
quarter-
go there,
that,
right?
that no, he's that was my bad.
Eagles.
I got the green mixed up. It's the
Eagles.
Eagles. Yes.
Then we also have Kirby Joseph,
And
who
he had
was
four.
great.
He was.
3 picks in one game against Rodgers.
Mhm.
You remember that?
I
Last
do.
game of the season?
I do.
You know, everybody was praying.
He's an absolute
him,
baller.
and
He's like an outfield. He's like a center fielder at his position. He just reads the quarterback's eyes and wherever they throw it, he's there.
I really liked the pickup when we drafted him because he's from Illinois, and we also got Brian Branch coming in from the draft.
Yep.
That's very good.
I think.
And then of course the linebackers, you know, with Jack Campbell going
Yeah, I
in
was
there.
just, see. I like him a lot. Because the Lions the last years have needed tackling.
Mhm.
Like they missed the tackles in open field.
Yep.
He brings that to the table. He'll cover a gap and he'll take the running back out.
Mhm.
And we still got who's the like blonde Thor looking dude?
Alonzo.
Alonzo.
Alarzi. No,
No, it's
Alonzo. not
is it-
Pete Alonso. I'm
no,
thinking
it's,
of Pete Alonso.
Anzalone.
Anzalone.
That's who he is. Yeah. He's a veteran player. He tackles, gets the job done. So that's good. Pair them up for linebackers, and
Mhm.
I think that'll work. So I think the
We also have an outside linebacker. I can't remember his name.
yeah,
Rodriguez.
Yeah, Malcolm
Malcolm
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez,
Oh my,
yeah.
he is a dog.
He's a
6th round
dog
pick.
too.
So I like him.
Jeez, bro. Because
So I mean,
this is.
and he's a dude that just he loves
I
content.
mean, honestly, I was looking back at the podcast episodes, and we kind of flamed the Lions for not taking Jalen Carter, or we really wanted the Lions to take Jalen
Well,
Carter.
think about it. Jalen Carter still be really good.
Yes, I know he's going to be the best player in this draft. I've already said it. Like year one, he's going to make a super impact.
Yes, but he's NFL ready right now.
And with the Eagles, I mean Fletcher Cox and him,
Mhm.
that's going to be
Yes.
ridiculous stuff.
So I mean, I think it'd still be nice to have Jalen Carter, but I think it'll still work out in the end for the Lions. And in Brad Holmes, we trust.
Mhm.
Brad Holmes, we trust.
That's
So I mean,
that's the hope. And of course, I don't know if you remember him, but Levi, the guy from Washington, I don't remember his last name. It starts with an O. We drafted in the second round a couple of years ago. He's
Yeah.
a defensive tackle. If he comes alive,
yeah,
like he did in Washington,
Yep.
the Lions are set,
yeah, no,
set in stone.
they got depth.
and they also have depth too, like Brian Branch we talked about.
They
coming
really.
in
It's
at
not that
safety
they don't really have like a superstar.
They just have like
Good
mid
players.
to high guys.
Like St.
that are
Brown.
good.
St. Brown's a good player,
Yeah, he's not a super great player yet,
but for him going into his third year, he's
but
Good
he's
player.
he's good enough. He's good enough.
he does the job.
Again, like the Lions just seem like good enough. Like they're
Yes.
good enough to make the playoffs. They're good enough to win the NFC.
And don't disrespect the punter, Jack Fox.
Mhm.
He is a Pro Bowler.
Also, the special teams look pretty good too.
We need a new kicker. That's my only problem.
Badgley.
He is terrible.
What's wrong with Badgley?
The amount of field goals he missed last year that are like Moody could hit.
I know
Let's
that's.
be honest with ourselves.
I really thought like, oh, fifth round will snag Moody. No, the third round,
Until he was
49ers,
drafted like ooh.
99, top 100 pick.
Mhm. Yeah.
Honestly, Moody's worth it. Actually, you know, when the Niners did that, I was like, it's actually worth it. And then they got Robbie Gold too.
Well, the game we went
That's
to,
sick.
when Moody hit 4
Illinois.
field goals against Illinois, and they were not
I mean, even the field goal against what was it, TCU?
TCU where he hit like a
59
59 yards. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I mean, he cleared it too. That he could have easily hit 65.
Mhm.
And I mean, the NFL football gets slightly bigger, but like, it ain't much. It's
He's
probably not going to affect him.
he kicks for accuracy,
Yes,
and
and he's accurate too. Like it's not like
in the game that we were at Illinois for, those were not easy kicks. The wind was huge.
Yup.
A really cold day.
Yep.
And he was kicking them from the hashes.
I mean, we were freezing.
Yep.
We were freezing like crazy.
And he was kicking them from the hashes
Yes.
from 40 plus.
yes.
And he was nailing them.
Yeah.
With
like
ease.
like down the middle. Like it wasn't like the game winner wasn't even close to being like
No, it
it was
was
scary. Like
once
it
it
was
went-
literally down the middle. Like it was perfect.
yeah, and he He's the master
Just-
with the ball. He's
I
good.
think he's just a dog.
He's just got that dog in him.
And then the Niners getting Robbie Gold too, I think. Or not Robbie Gold.
It's Robbie Gold.
Robbie
They,
Gold.
they,
No,
had,
it's not.
they had Robbie Gold.
No, I'm talking like the punter from
Oh no, that's
Michigan,
not Robbie
God.
Gold. The Michigan's.
yes. I know. What's his
Brad,
name?
Brad Robbins.
Yes, Brad Robbins. I
Wow.
also got him too.
Yeah, so it's pretty much Michigan special teams.
Yeah,
right there.
Michigan special teams.
Hey, we love Brad Robbins. The
Now
ball.
all they need is AJ Henning when he goes to the NFL.
Yeah, he's not at Michigan anymore.
He's Northwestern.
Yeah, it's sad.
That's kind of sad.
Oh yeah, North. Pat Fitzgerald. I almost forgot to bring that up. He recently got fired for hazing.
hazing. Wow.
I don't really want to go too much into this one because
No,
it's kind of a sore subject,
it's very messed up.
and they're a private
As well.
institution, so we'll probably never know the full story of what happens because they don't have to speak about any of that.
No, I wouldn't speak about that. That would probably diminish their program if they talked about what happened.
Yeah, since they're a private school, they don't have to talk about any of that, and they won't get investigated. But if it was a public school like Michigan State, they would get investigated
Yes.
immediately.
Oh my
immediately.
God, that would be
That'd be
horrible.
rough. And
And
the thing is, Pat Fitzgerald is an absolute hypocrite. He said that they have this brotherhood method where an older guy takes on a younger guy, and they shows him the things of being a Northwestern Wildcat, which was crazy. And then, sure enough, hazing is a huge.
hazing.
So he just hypocrite. He's just got himself in trouble. And yeah, there's not much to say about that. He's
No.
fired. He's gone. He's not. He's probably not going to get a job.
Yeah,
He's
probably not.
Not ever. Not
No.
ever again. But
That just sounds messed. That's just really messed up. Like beyond messed up.
I think those are all the topics we have, though. And let us know if you guys want us to
Yeah,
talk
you guys
about
want
anything
us? You guys want us to talk about anything else?
What?
Or down in the comment section.
else. I have to get. We got
Oh, yep,
one last segment. That's
yep. Yep. Got one last little segment. Put anything in the comments if you want us to talk about sports. I mean, anything. Talk about anything to
here you go,
to
sir.
keep these going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So when we
Put these
Test-
through center stage.
testing prime flavors, so
Yep.
I bought Metamoon
Mhm.
and Owen bought the lemonade flavors.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean I've never had any of these. You've had Metamoon.
I've had Metamoon.
Yeah.
I have not had this one. I seen it for the first time and I was like, I have to get this.
Yeah, I've never actually tried lemonade or Metamoon, so this is all first time, so unopened.
So wait, how about you try the Metamoon,
Metamoon first?
Then we'll try the lemonade together.
So we'll try the Metamoon. Dude, my hands are slippery.
So this is Metamoon Prime.
Dude,
It's
it's slippery. I got it. I got it.
Okay, I was
got
gonna
it, I got
say.
it, I got it. Don't worry about that. So 25 calories. Also, we got to make sure that we got to say this. We're not sponsored by Prime.
No, you're not.
Any-
We'll leave it. We'll leave it. I told him to put something in the comments.
Yeah, so
So we can talk about it.
yeah, we got to say that we're not sponsored by Prime. If you guys
We're not.
do want to sponsor Prime, if you want to sponsor us out there, we're open. Hey, email us at allamericanvalueboys1@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep. Let's hear it, Jack.
I think it's pretty good.
I think it's
I
good.
mean, it's got a little different of a flavor, but I think it's pretty solid.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not going to take this over the red flavor or the green flavor of Prime. So,
Or the red, white, and blue.
yeah, no.
Either.
I'm going to give this a 6. Not saying it's
jeez.
bad, but it's just, it's
so
all right.
So it's worse than all the flavors you did in your little video.
Yes.
All right.
This is
now,
not a top choice for me.
This is what I've been waiting to try all day.
Shall we try it at the same time?
Yep. Just open that jar and here we go.
I didn't like it. I'm going to be honest here.
It's like prime spin on lemonade.
Yes, I think it's a 4.
A
4, 3,
4?
or a 4. It's
Jeez.
terrible.
Jeez.
This tastes nothing like lemonade. I mean, I'm gonna try it again.
It tastes like lemonade. It tastes like lemonade. You're tripping. But it's kind of like a little prime more. I'd
Dude,
say
it
it's
tastes-
more close to like
Dude, it
a
tastes
prime
like
flavor.
it tastes like lemonade with piss on it. This is horrible. It's a 2 or a 3, honestly. It's horrible.
Well, they use coconut water.
It's terrible, dude. Terrible.
So yeah, coconut water into. It's kind of like coconut water mixed with like lemonade ingredients.
So yeah, I mean, this is like a. I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.
It wasn't bad. I give it like a 6.
And I give
A
this
little
I
sour,
give
to
this
be
a 6.
honest. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's not a.
There's a little sour taste to it.
I'm
It
not-
looks like lemonade too.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's all right. And then
It's not
to
bad.
answer Trent's question, any thoughts on Curry playing golf?
Ooh,
I mean,
have you heard about it?
I
Heard
have.
anything?
You hit a
about
hole one.
Yes,
you
you
hit a hole in
did.
one.
Hole in one.
You know, and it wasn't an easy shot.
No, it wasn't.
So any hole in one's not easy. And you know, see, I'm not even more. I'm more impressed with the celebration after.
Why? Oh god, you dripped that all over your paper. Didn't you?
No, it's just I said it on here and it was what?
Oh,
Yeah. So
you have dehydration.
yeah, but honestly, I thought his celebration was more impressive because he ran all the way down to his ball, hit the tent, and started celebrating the entire time. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, he's currently winning by 2 strokes in the Celebrity Open. Defending champion Tony Romo, he's in 12th. So Curry, he's gonna bring it home, gonna get the dub.
Yes. Honestly,
Light work.
clap it up for
Yep.
hole in one.
A hole in one is crazy.
Most people go their entire lives without hitting a hole in one.
I mean, Tom Brady hit one on camera. Did you see that one?
Yes, I
The
did.
one that went flying.
That's
That
wild.
was sick.
But
That was just supposed to be like his shot looking cool, but no,
it actually went in.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, most people just don't hit hole in ones. I only know. I know my dad's hit a hole in one. He has a trophy about it, but
Really?
I've never actually seen anybody hit a hole in one. That's
I've
how
never.
rare it is.
Yeah.
I've heard some people have hit them, but
I've been really close.
oh, dude, let me
insanely
tell you,
close.
me back in the day, dude. With the cameras off, I actually hit a hole in one. You know, not to
Oh,
flex. Yeah, you know,
in mini golf?
yeah, mini golf,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
putt putt. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my dude.
That's what.
Oh,
That's
dude.
your forte, man. Ooh. What if we played mini golf?
Oh yeah, guys, let us know if you guys want to see if
Because at Barrymore's,
because we go to Barrymore's
it's
and
not
it's
super expensive. You know, it's
kind of relatively cheap.
yes.
So would you guys
Can
want
be
to see
good
us
content.
play a game of putt putt?
Oh
I
god.
feel like that'd be more fair for me
Yes.
because
We could actually compete.
I
in
beat
that.
my buddy's dad on the last hole in putt putt, and he threw his club in the little water.
Really?
He threw his club and the ball in the water because he started raging after it.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's actually
mean-
wild.
yeah, that's the only thing I'm actually sort of decent at.
When it comes to golf,
A full game of golf,
we could even play disc golf. Where's a disc golf at?
dude. No, we're not built different yet. We gotta get some real practice with disc golf.
Really?
Yes, it's
We
not.
gotta
easy.
like
It's
toss
not
it around the yard.
Horrible.
Frisbee.
We'll be horrible if we just go straight into it.
Why not?
We're throwing.
I mean, honestly,
We'll be out there all day.
The frisbees that we brought,
Dude,
the frisbee that we would bring is like
no, because
plastic.
there's a driver frisbee, like a mid tier, like
driver.
dude. That's what I thought. Like, there's a driver like frisbee that's used for throwing far.
But it probably goes. It probably is. It's probably built to go.
Yeah, no,
further.
that's what I'm saying. And there's like a mid tier throw, and then there's
Like
a
a
short tier
putter.
throw.
Like putter,
Yeah,
and
putter.
like an iron.
Yeah, an iron. No, it's literally golf, but with frisbees.
That's why they call
So,
it disc
I
golf.
mean-
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think we would definitely struggle a bit.
That's actually funny.
Oh no, it definitely is. I was
That
very
would be
surprised.
hilarious.
I was very surprised. I was like, you just don't throw a frisbee, like a same frisbee the entire time.
No.
No, you have a driver, an iron kind of frisbee.
So
and
we
then
have to have
a putt.
you have to carry these 3 frisbees because
Yep.
up here I got a long shot here. I think I need my driver.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to try it out though, but we'd have to get some practice in before we do. 'Cause
Yeah,
that'd be,
definitely.
We'd be out there for
Is there
5
like a driving
hours.
range?
I think you just have to throw it around to get
You
practice, or
just-
go to like an
that's-
open, like we
Like
could go
big
to the
open
civic center and
field?
just throw it.
Really?
That'd probably be our best practice we'd actually get.
Dude, that's we have to buy that too. Probably.
Yeah, and they ain't cheap, man.
No.
let me
God.
tell you something. A full set, they're not like golf clubs. But let me tell you, they're expensive. I'm not.
golf clubs are
Oh, dude, don't get me wrong.
really
Dude,
expensive.
no, they're
Don't
Gonna have to-
are those discs
gonna have to
up
sell your
there
house
in
to-
price?
gonna have to. No, it's not like that. But you're gonna have to sell your.
Okay.
You're gonna have to sell your house to get some golf. To get a good pair of golf clubs. Good little set.
That's true. I literally have hand me downs and they're still like thousands and thousands.
I have a
of
hand me
dollars.
downs too, and they're.
They're probably up there too.
Whew.
It doesn't matter how old they. I mean, they could be like 30 years old and it still could be in the like
My-
upper 500s,
Mine are 20 years old.
and they're probably still like 700 bucks.
You know, mine are my grandpa's hand me down. Yeah, I got them from my
700
grandpa.
bucks. Probably like 700 bucks still.
Tell you something, they're a big
If you added
investment.
them up, yes.
They're a big
they are.
investment. It's
I mean, unless you get hand me
and
downs, then it's
to
free.
get them regripped.
to get them regripped to is like 150.
That's a lot of money.
Yep.
But hey, if sometimes you gotta make a big investment to have fun in life. If you're willing to do it, then
Sometimes you
you know
have to make a big investment to go to college. So
what? Yes.
So-
yes.
yeah.
Ooh.
Imagine the money I'm putting into it,
Yes.
let alone
But I think
let
when you
alone
get to,
just
when you get
playing
to
it in general.
when you get to college, though, I feel this. I don't know if this is the same thing for you, but some colleges give out free gear for
They
give gear for
should,
free.
yeah.
Like for track and cross country, they'll give you free shoes and spikes.
Oh,
So
yeah,
say you're a
that's-
Nike
that's
school, they'll give
clutch.
you a Nike shoe.
Mhm.
So that's another thing I like about Oakland is I noticed that they're a Nike school, so
Are you gonna get all Nike stuff?
I could be rocking Nike stuff. 'Cause I don't really like other brands of running shoes and all that.
You like Under Armour?
I mean, I like Brooks a little bit, but Under Armour is trash. Asics is
Brooks.
trash. Hey,
I've never heard
Nike,
of that.
Brooks. Like you never heard of Brooks?
No.
Well, they're a company. I mean, they're all right. I've tried some of their stuff.
Is it like a track company or is it like?
Yeah, it's
just
meant for track.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I've never heard of it.
Yeah. So, but Asics trash. I'm not a big. I like Saucony, like their socks. There's a brand called Saucony.
What about like Puma and like Under Armour? No,
No.
Under Armour. No,
No.
not even Adidas. I've heard Adidas is a little
all right.
bit.
It's no the
It's
three
slow.
big ones is Brooks, Nike, and Under Armour.
And
No, I mean no Adidas. Oh my, ooh, Brooks, Nike, and Adidas. Those are, but Nike's the biggest by far. They have the best spikes, the best trainers, in my opinion. Yeah,
You said
and
Nike,
Nike. If you guys want to hit us up, All American Valley Boys 1 at
I don't know.
gmail.com.
I don't know. I mean,
I
we have a better chance with
no,
Prime.
no.
than
Hear
we
me
do
out. Hear me
Nike.
out. Though. I'm a big supporter. I just got new shoes, the Nike Tempo Next Percents.
I actually just got new shoes from Nike as well. So honestly,
And I'm gonna get
I'll show you them. I'll show you them off stream. They're supposed to be a surprise for school.
yes.
Come around, you know.
And then I always rock your guys' spikes for track. I rock the Nike Dragonflies. I've been rocking the Nike Pegasuses a little bit.
Yep, I rock the Giannis's. The
That's
Kyrie, the
LeBron's.
Kyries.
LeBron's.
No,
No, LeBron. No.
no, I'm not a LeBron.
I've had a
fan,
pair
so
of
I don't
I've had a
wear
pair of
LeBrons.
LeBrons.
I don't wear LeBrons.
Isn't New Balance up there, dude? New Balance is kind of up there, but
No,
actually,
not gonna
New
lie.
Balance is probably bigger than Adidas.
I mean, I'd expect that in track.
If I had to go like ranking from,
I'm not gonna lie. If you go into any other sport though, New Balance is an afterthought. It's like
Yeah.
it's like if you have New Balance on, I don't know what.
so
I
this
don't
is
know
my
where it
this is
came
my
from.
ranking. My
Let's hear
personal
it.
opinion.
Top
ranking.
5 or top 3?
Top six.
Top 6. Okay.
So we got Nike at number 1,
Nike number 1.
Brooks at number 2.
Yep.
The New Balance at number 3,
Okay.
Adidas at 4.
Yep.
Saucony at 5,
Saucony.
Yep.
Never heard of that.
and then Asics at 6.
A6 at 6.
Oh, actually, there's Hoka's.
Oh,
gonna-
guys, oh
so
my
just
God, there's
put-
so many
I'm gonna
brands.
put Hoka's at 4.
I need
no.
I need to do some research on these
I'm
because
gonna-
these sound like
Okay, Hoka's at 5, Saucony at 6.
so. These are literally just straight like the random ones. They're just straight track.
Yeah, Hoka's is track. Saucony is track.
That's crazy. How they
Brooks
literally
is
just
track.
That's why there's so many people like go
Asics
for
is
track
track, so
because it's a
4
great
over-
it's a great marketing like
Yeah, Under Armour might
Scheme.
be the worst out of all of them. Asics
because
are Under
Under
Armour.
Armour-
Under Armour doesn't
Under
really do-
Armour goes
They don't really go.
they go basketball, golf is actually bigger in Under Armour and then it's football.
They don't
'Cause
really do that.
Steph Curry's their main guy.
Yeah, he's their main
That's why.
spokesperson.
That's why I rep it, but I'm not repping it right now.
Yeah, Jakob Ingebrigtsen's the dude who represents Nike. Like he just ran a world lead time, so fastest in the world this year.
Makes
Fourth
sense.
fastest.
I mean, Nike has Jordan, LeBron. We could go into everybody who they have.
Shout out Nike for running.
Doesn't Tom Brady? Isn't
Tom-
Tom Brady with?
I'm not
Nike?
too sure.
I know he branched off to
Yeah,
TB12, but I
But
believe
honestly,
he was with a big one.
Shout out Jakob Ingebrigtsen. He just broke the 2-mile world record. Ran 3:57 per mile pace. is the pace.
357.
A lot of people
That's
can't.
less than a minute per lap.
Yep, and a lot of people can't do a sub 4-minute mile. Like professionals can't do that,
Really?
and he did it
Twice.
2 times in a row,
In a row.
faster in a row.
That's
And
ridiculous.
he went like 4 something, but then he went
Meaning
like,
that's going to be there for a while.
and he was like
That's not.
4 something through the first mile, and then he was like a 350 through the second mile.
Oh my
He
god.
was at because I saw
Bro was probably flying.
he was flying. And yesterday, he actually got the fourth fastest 1,500 meter of all time, which is 100 meters less than 109 meters less than a mile.
That's crazy. That's
Flying. He's super good.
oh my god, dude.
So he is the European record in the 1,500, the world
That's-
record in the 2 mile, the European record in the 5,000 meter,
Oh my god,
and he's
bro, let him go.
third of all time in the mile. He's up there.
He's
He's
jeez.
definitely good.
So he's probably top in the world.
Oh,
I'd
he's
say.
the best in the world.
Yes.
He's been the best in the world for the last 3 years, and he's 20.
He's dominated for 3 years.
And he's 21. I think he's
Jeez.
21 or 22.
Jeez.
He is really good. Shout out not Jakob Ingebrigtsen, the Norwegian. Crazy.
Is
Big
that
props.
that's who you look up to?
That's why I look up.
Yeah,
Can we get clap for Jakob Ingebrigtsen?
definitely.
He's the 5,000 meter world
Just,
champion last year. Indoor gold medalist for the 1,500. He's just a champion.
Yep, he's a dog.
He's undefeated this season.
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
He's a dog. He's got that dog in him.
He just can't lose right now.
Mhm.
But that's a little boring for most people. But
Yeah.
I had to bring him up. Shout out to
now
him.
I know another name.
Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Remember it.
Remember it.
Remember it, dude.
Remember it. I got you.
I think that's all we got. Though, let us know if you guys have
Yep,
anything
anybody in the chat got anything to talk about? Say it now. We'll stay on probably for
another minute or so.
another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Give it 2 minutes. See if anybody comments anything. We'll stick around for sure.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in Prime though. These Metamoon's good, but
Lemonade.
Lemonade is not it.
Unfortunately.
I'm really disappointed in Lemonade. This is just simply not it. Best companies in basketball and
and football.
football gear. Basketball, I'd probably say it's Nike.
Basketball's Nike just because they have Jordan and LeBron.
Yes. Don't they have Durant?
Yes, they have Durant, they have Paul George, they have pretty much everybody.
They have the best of the best.
Yes.
And
Number 2 is Under Armour with ease because Steph
Curry really carries that.
because Curry absolutely carries that.
I don't really know too much about it. You got to cook about this.
Yeah, football, they have Cam Newton, or they had Cam Newton. They probably still have.
It's got to be
Cam Newton.
Nike for football, right? 'Cause-
What? Cam Newton?
No, I'm talking about football. Shouldn't Nike be
Oh,
the number one?
football.
I think
Football? I don't know if anybody.
it's tough.
I think they have Odell. They have a couple other.
See, I think
I
they have Justin
definitely
Jefferson.
Nike's at the top. Nike's at the top because
Nike's like the go-to for every single sport.
actually, Adidas has an argument for football because they do have Mahomes. I believe Mahomes signed with Adidas,
Best player in the league.
so they do have an argument. So I'd say Adidas is number 2.
Close.
Yes, close. But
Very
I mean, Nike has a crazy amount of players,
yeah, they have great athletes across all.
all sports,
Mhm.
because that's, I mean, of course, if you've seen the Air Jordan movie,
Yeah, I saw it.
where they weren't anything crazy until Jordan, and then Jordan
They're
came
more
around.
based off running shoes because they
Yes.
originated from a runner, Steve Prefontaine. That's where they got. Like that, he was their first spokesperson. That's why they have a trophy,
Yep.
a statue
Yep.
built for him
Mhm.
at Nike headquarters, and they kind of built off like a shoe brand used from Eugene, Oregon. Then they built it up to basketball
It's
and now
Jordan.
because of Jordan, and they've just expanded.
Yep.
Absolutely, they're killing it. Shout out to Nike.
And of
clap it
course,
up- clap it up for Nike.
Yep, definitely. They deserve it. A huge clap. But don't want to clap too loud, of course.
Who did Kyrie just sign with? Didn't he sign with
Oh, some Chinese brand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know who they are.
Maybe he's off to the Shanghai Sharks. Who knows?
Who knows, dude? Who knows? Nike could
They could have had
have
Magic Johnson.
if he didn't sign with
Yup.
Converse.
Yep.
But Nike eventually bought out Converse from. I learned that from the
Yes.
Air Jordan movie.
Yep.
So, yeah, they've.
They bought out Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, basically.
Because that's all Converse and Isaiah Thomas,
They literally bought out all the
best
players.
basketball players in
Yep.
the '80s.
Yes. Because 90s is when Jordan came around, and Jordan's brand got so big that they just
Well, Jordan was
Had
always
enough
really
money.
good, but in the '90s he just became the best.
yes.
Like he was the best, but he just became a champion.
That's crazy though how somebody took a bet like that and it's literally changed Nike's franchise forever.
Yeah, Phil Knight. Shout out Phil Knight.
Literally forever.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Did you just watch the Lakers TV show?
On HBO about the Magic era.
I've seen a few episodes of it, but I'm not like. It's a good show. I'd
Definitely
recommend it.
gonna have to start watching Hard Knocks because Hard Knocks
Yes, Hard
is the
Knocks.
New York Jets.
The Jets were selected what 3 days ago?
Just about, yep.
I
That's gonna be funny because like Aaron Rodgers and
Rodgers,
Zach
Zach
Wilson.
Wilson.
Dude,
the
that
milk
came
slayer.
in,
The
yep.
milk slayer.
Dude,
He's crazy.
the
And
milk-
then you got
and then of course
Sauce
Aaron
Gardner.
Rodgers.
Sauce
Yep,
Gardner.
Sauce has a great character for sure. I got no idea that's right.
And then Brees Hall.
Brees Hall. Yep. There's a lot of like good like characters
That should be funny.
there. Yes.
I'm
Like
sure
having the
there's more.
Lions last year, like as a motivation. I mean, honestly, they have. I don't know. Hard Knocks. The first year was the Rams, right?
Ravens.
Ravens. The Ravens, how'd they do? I think they did good, right?
Well, they were the Super Bowl champions, and then they did bad. And then teams started not wanting to do it because it was like the Hard Knocks curse was a thing for a little bit.
Oh, because the Madden curse and all that.
Yeah, it's like the Madden cover curse, but I'd
And
say
speaking of that, I just pre-ordered Madden.
honestly, I'm happy today. My new Xbox came in. Shout out my dad.
Yep, you did.
Can we
Yep.
clap it up for my dad?
Yep. We're just clapping
Big
with
respects,
everybody.
big respects. Oh, shout out Cody too.
Oh, shout out
He
Cody.
told me about the Amazon deal.
Oh,
It's Xbox and a controller for $150. When the Xbox base price is just $300, if you're
Really?
lucky, and
That's amazing.
and a controller is an extra $60.
that's
So
pretty
I was
good.
like, Dad, we can't pass up on this deal. This
That's
is too good
true.
of a deal.
That's true. That was way
So-
too. That's really you stole.
Yeah.
You stole from
How
me.
will the absence of Rodgers affect Green Bay? I think
Oh my god.
they'll be bad this year, but I feel like if Jordan Love comes around,
But Jordan Love has to come around. Like it's like no choice at this point.
Yeah.
Like if he doesn't come around, then the Packers are set back for 2-3 years until they find. I mean, they have to fill up that wide receiver room.
well, they have Christian Watson, but there's only one dude really.
That's it. I mean, after that, it's Romeo, the man who was going to save the Packers, become Devontae Adams, is what we heard. Jesus, man, that guy was
horrible.
straight trash, bro.
Hands. He couldn't catch. He couldn't hit water if he fell off a boat.
That's yep.
Terrible. Just terrible.
That's a good one. He couldn't catch water if he was off a boat. That's a great one.
Dude, couldn't hit sand if you fell off a llama.
Camel.
Camel, that's what it is.
Camel,
My bad.
yep.
Camel, that's
I
what
was
it was.
gonna say
I was
llama,
tripping a
llama
little
in the desert, but
I mean, I don't know.
that's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy.
I'm excited for Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks. Yeah, that's gonna be.
I always
That's
love
gonna be fun.
Last year, being from Detroit and seeing it for the Lions was great because you got to see Jamal Williams.
Yep.
And then you got to
I mean,
see
Hutch.
Hutchinson
Mhm.
singing Michael Jack.
I mean, just seeing our hometown team on there,
definitely was great.
and you also got an insight of like how football is, like just how fun it is
Cool seeing
in the
Dan
NFL.
Campbell.
Yep.
Dan Campbell's definitely a good character.
Dan Campbell is an interesting character for sure. Robert Saleh is probably going to be that same way because he's a defensive-minded guy. He's more of
Yeah.
that like we need to put in effort every single play, no matter what.
And he's got a nice bald head.
Yes, nice.
Sorry, I just had to shut that
yeah.
down. You know, it's shiny. I can see my reflection through it.
Yep. Yep. That is true.
Um,
Honestly, it would be interesting to see like a team that's on its downward spiral, like how
Yeah.
how they
but see, that's the thing.
work
the,
through
the
it.
Hard Knocks like curse though. A lot of teams don't want to be on Hard Knocks.
That's true. So they kind of have to choose teams that are on the rise.
Yeah, the only year that I
Which
really
can be
didn't like
maybe
Hard
one.
Knocks was the year where it was the Rams and the Chargers. Whereas all
Oh,
LA teams, I didn't really like that.
That was
Felt kind of weird, but it was
that was
COVID,
weird.
and then
Yeah.
a lot of stuff was happening. Like this wasn't.
Didn't the Rams won the Super Bowl, right? Right after that? Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, they did.
yeah, but they just got Stafford.
Yeah.
So
That's why, because both teams. I mean, the Chargers are the Chargers. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
that was when Herbert was a rookie,
yep,
and he had a pretty good year.
yep.
That's when
really
they just
good.
got Tyrod. Dude, I feel bad for Tyrod Taylor. He got his lung punctured. I mean, even though it was Herbert was the better quarterback, I still feel really bad. He got his lung punctured by the team doctor who's I don't
Special
know.
ed.
yes,
Yeah.
straight up stupid. And then in Cleveland
Jeez.
he got a concussion, and then Baker Mayfield took over. then he got put on the bench again. And in Buffalo,
Honestly, he should just retire. He should
in Buffalo, he
just
got
go, he
kicked
should
out.
just go into like something analysis because I feel like he'd be a really smart guy.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely would be like kind of like a. Dude, honestly, Robert Griffin. He's
Like
like
Ryan
Robert Griffin.
Fitzpatrick, you know.
Robert Griffin.
Robert
You
Griffin.
know,
the
Robert
third,
Griffin
yep.
was a first round pick.
Honestly, he'd probably be better than Robert Griffin.
No, dude.
after what we've seen.
Bro, Robert Griffin's funny as hell.
I mean,
Orgy in the end zone.
him, dude.
Dude, Robert Griffin, he's crazy. I don't know. Dude, Robert Griffin's my favorite.
That's true. Him,
Honestly.
him calling Michigan games, he's
Dude.
always got something
I wish
in the
he.
pocket.
I wish he covered Michigan games more.
I think he
He will.
actually.
And then
Dude, in College Game Day, they have to replace those guys too. Did you see that? That one guy
oh yeah,
got let off. The old guy is starting to fade away.
Lee Corso's dude. He's like 80.
He's,
No offense, but he's literally had a stroke the other year.
dude, it's so sad, dude. 'Cause he's so funny with like the mascot
Yeah,
and
and
stuff
then-
like that.
But he's been doing it for so long now.
Yes, that's true.
But shout out Lee Corso.
Yep.
Big shout.
Definitely. And then the one guy that left, I forget his name.
Not the Ohio State dude, right? Not Kirk Herbstreit.
Not her. Not
Not Desmond Howard.
Kirk Herbstreit is just too nerdy to leave.
And then Desmond Howard brings character as well to it.
hmm
He's a former Heisman winner.
Yep.
And
He's college football all because as soon as he got to the NFL, he did absolutely nothing.
I like how the NFL. Desmond Howard.
Kirk Herbstreit,
Oh yeah,
talking about
just Kirk Herbstreit sucked at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Terrible.
No,
He wasn't very good.
he had a decent career.
He wasn't very good.
Wasn't very good, but he had decent. He had a good enough career to where he went to the NFL and he trashed them. So,
I don't even know how he got a shot in the NFL. He's terrible, bro. Like,
dude, he was like a late round pick. It was kind of like how people thought Tom Brady was going to be.
he was
You
just
know,
a
like
lifetime
it
third
was
string
just an
quarterback.
afterthought. Yeah,
He's a lifetime third string quarterback, except
But
Tom
then
Brady was a
Kirk
lifetime.
Herbstreit got, of course, the of lifetime B on ESPN.
And now we just talked about sports.
Now
the
he just
entire
talks
time.
about football,
Honestly, that's
college
I
football.
think that's our goal, right? Just to be able to talk about sports.
Yep, that's the goal of this podcast, of course.
Yeah, because
Talk about
honestly,
sports.
think about it. We're just trying to get a head start than most people who just think about. We're probably getting a 4-year head start on people,
Mhm.
probably 5. Just
Yep.
think about it. College 4 years. This is probably gonna be a year and then 5 years.
Yep,
Probably okay. We can put that on a resume.
that's pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the goal.
honestly,
But
that would be sick.
yeah, also thanks for the support, guys. Honestly,
Yep.
this means a lot. Make sure to like
Definitely.
the stream, like all of our recent posts on TikTok and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to support that.
Definitely. And we are close to 60 subscribers. So if you have
Yes.
anybody that is willing to subscribe, hasn't subscribed yet, please tell them to do so. We are 2 away.
Who's going to dominate the AFC and NFC this season? Honestly, I think it's going to be the Chiefs and the Eagles again. Niners. Ooh, you can't do that to me, dude.
Dude, 'cause the Niners are so
Dude,
good.
the Niners and Eagles are so good.
Yes. And the Lions are on the rise. We did just talk about the Lions
The
roster.
Lions could be a four seed in the playoffs.
I think they're going to be 3 seed. Dude, they're going to be ahead of that. The NFC South.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Are you kidding
With
me?
the Rams, Seahawks. Okay.
Nope. Not the
No.
Rams Seahawks, but
Oh, but they're
Buccaneers, the Panthers.
oh my, that is a
Dude, if we
trash
if
division.
we
bro.
did not outperform them, there's a problem.
Oh, they are horrible. The Saints are terrible,
Falcons.
but
Much better.
Carolina Panthers I projected to win because it's just that bad of a division, and that's risky.
I forget what I said.
It's risky because they have.
I mean the Saints are like you're their best shot of doing anything in the playoffs, in my opinion. Panthers are a little bit away.
I feel like they're in the right.
they're on the right
by
track
getting
for
Bryce
sure.
Young, I think that's
100% right on the track.
And they got a good
right
coach.
track.
So
It's
Yeah.
true.
that's
Definitely on the right track, but not this year.
good. Yeah,
Not this year. Not this year, Panther fans. Fortunately,
I think they'll win the division just because of how bad it is.
maybe yeah. Honestly,
The Saints,
probably.
the Saints could be a shocker because they got Derek Carr. They could. Granted, Derek Carr's not great, but he's serviceable. So
I mean, if Michael Thomas kind of comes back,
it's
and
better
then
than
Chris
having,
Olave,
it's better than having.
he's gonna take a big second year step. in
Oh,
my
for
opinion.
sure. Even with Jameis Winston as his quarterback, he's still really good.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have to go with Chiefs for sure, and then either
Yeah,
Eagles
Chiefs.
or 49ers.
I'm trying to think of
'Cause the
anybody
Eagles and
else.
49ers
I don't
just-
just want to say cheap. Oh, Bengals. I do like the Bengals. I do like the Bengals. They also just got DJ Turner. Just just kidding, bro. That's not big of enough impact at all.
The
But
Eagles got Jalen Carter.
that's true, bro.
So
God,
I
it's
mean,
tough.
I'm going Eagles and Bengals. Eagles and Bengals.
I'm going Niners.
And
And I don't want to say the Chiefs because I don't want the Chiefs to win again.
I don't want to say the Chiefs.
I don't want it. I don't want them to win again.
I don't want to be basic. I'm saying the
That's
Chiefs.
true.
Go Chiefs. I mean, go Bengals.
Who else is there?
Those are like the top two
Dolphins.
teams.
Dolphins could put it up. Dolphins could put up a number. If they get Dalvin Cook, they could.
Oh,
they
the
could put up
Bills.
a number. The Bills. It's tough because that Madden curse is true.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a random thing. I forget the last cover was John Madden. The cover before that was Mahomes. Honestly, that Madden curse happens.
Mhm.
And Josh Allen's on that cover, unfortunately. And Bills fans. Bills Mafia's on that cover. On the deluxe edition.
That's rough.
That's rough.
That's rough.
So it could even mean that the whole Bills roster is going to be on the downhill.
Yeah.
So honestly, I would say Bengals and Niners. Now, I don't think the Niners are going to dominate the NFC, but I think they'll slip by.
Mhm.
I mean, the Lions you could even claim the Lions will sweep through the
See, the
NFC.
49ers are just like a way more. 49ers and Eagles have
They
more
have the
superstars.
They both just have ridiculous talent. They should both easily make the Super Bowl, no matter what.
Think about it. McCaffrey for the Niners, Fred Warner, Debo Samuel, George Kittle. That's just superstar
Brandon
talent right
Ayuk.
there. Brandon Ayuk, he's good.
I mean, that's a great wide receiver to have.
And the Eagles have Smith, Brown, Jalen Hurts, Jalen Carter, Fletcher Cox,
They have a great
Darius
offensive
Slay,
line.
Miles
Jason
Sanders,
Kelce.
Jason Kelsey.
They both just have ridiculous rosters, like beyond
Superstar talent.
anybody. Yes.
So, I mean, yeah.
I mean, when the Niners got McCaffrey, it was like, I feel like it's Super Bowl or bust.
The only thing that held him
Or-
back and didn't make that NFC Championship
Brock
game,
Purdy.
no, he got hurt.
Yes.
They had Trey Lance who was hurt. Garoppolo
He was
got
hurt.
hurt. And then, so you had to go to McCaffrey at quarterback for a few plays. Then you had to put
No. Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson. And then he got hurt.
That he got
Then you had
it.
to put him.
I was like, oh my
Then you had to put.
Dude,
Purdy on
sitting
the
there
bench shoulder.
watching that game was like,
It's horrible.
are you kidding me? Then it happened again. Oh my
Man,
god.
the 49ers got Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
So,
You forgot about Nick Bosa?
oh, no, I just didn't bring him up.
Oh. But like still their secondary still good because they have Hufanga
Yeah.
too.
That's,
got-
that's a cool name.
He's like Troy Polamalu.
Hey, you know who the 49ers got?
Who?
Jake
Moody.
Moody. Jake Money Moody. Jake Money Moody.
That's a dog right
Because
there.
Robbie Gould was horrible last year.
Yeah.
He was missing field goals routinely.
That's why they. I think that's why they.
They're
moved
giving
to
up
a
on
younger
him.
kicker because Robbie Gould's so old too.
Mhm.
I mean, he's bald for one,
Well, Brad Robbins is bald.
but like he rocks the bald. You know, like he's got that mustache. You know,
Yeah, for a point. He's got the beard too.
oh my god,
Like the orange beard.
really,
Yeah.
dude,
So funny to see.
that's funny.
But Moody rocks the mustache sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think that's it. Or
Yeah, that's. I think that'll do it for this stream.
all right. Thanks for all the support.
Yep, thank you guys
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yes, definitely. But try to get us 60 subscribers.
Hopefully by the end of the day.
Tell
honestly.
anybody that can subscribe.
Tell your friends, tell your dogs, tell your parents, tell your siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, tell the hillbilly down the street.
Yep.
Tell everybody.
Go knocking on people's doors and be like, All American Valley Boys, subscribe. Subscribe. Make sure they do it too.
Yep.
And then follow us on TikTok if you haven't already.
Follow us on Twitter as well.
Yep, Twitter,
Instagram.
Instagram, yep, anything.
All right.
Anything possible. But that is the All American Valley Boys, and we are signing off today.
Right.
We'll see you guys.
All American
in the
Boys.
next
All American
episode.
Bad Boys. Out.
Yep. Peace.
Peace.